Hey, so today on Monday Spotlight, my guest is Little Show the Redneck Brawler. Let's start by telling everybody your height, weight, and where you're from.
I'm 4'4". I weigh about 170 pounds, and I'm straight from Mississippi.
All right, so how long you been wrestling for?
16 years, I think.
So how'd you get into the wrestling business?
When I was about 12 or 13, one of my cousins, real good friends with Jerry the King Lawler, and I guess Jerry needed some little guys. He called my dad or whatever, and put us on the phone. He's like, "Hey, would you guys like to come up there and Memphis Power Pro Wrestling?" We're like, "Yeah, of course," because we watched it Saturday mornings with my grandpa.
What'd you get paid?
Nothing. We got paid pizza.
You got paid pizza?
Pizza and a handshake, and I guess they figured you being on TV was promotion enough. People was going to see you. I mean, and it worked too, because people did see us.
Well, how old were you?
I was about 13 or 12.
12 or 13 years old. Like most kids are going to school or they're learning how to wrestle. In high school, they're playing football. And you guys learn to be professional wrestlers at 12 or 13?
I mean, dude, from the time we was able to walk, our dad was wrestling with us.
Who trained you guys?
A guy named Slammer, Justin Rose, and AC Styles. It was in Boonville, Mississippi is where it was at. I remember my first day I went in there. He said, "Go for a hip toss." Okay, he showed me how to take it, and when I went for it, I dislocated my shoulder.
You think you learned a lot from those guys?
Yeah, I learned the basics.
So what year did you meet Pat Tanaka?
Well,
because that was the real inspiration. I don't want to say he wasn't your inspiration as far as wrestling goes, but he was the guy
that tuned me up.
You think that he was the guy that took you to the next level?
He took me far away beyond the next level. I want to show him what me and my brother could do. So I went and told Jamie, Baby Jesus, said, "Hey man, let's show him. Let's show him everything that we can do. And then, if he likes us, then maybe he'll take us, he'll show us some more stuff." And I remember he told us after the match, he's like, "You guys got it." He's like, "All you need is tuned up and you guys could be the best. No doubt in my mind, you guys could be the best." And when he said that, a light switch went off in my head. I was like, I can do it. I could do this. All I got to do is just put the work in. We trained every day. And then we kept doing that, and I finally moved in with Pat. And that's whenever I went from here to here.
No one else is like you as far as wanting to learn and wanting to get better. And I know you get pissed when guys don't want to work as hard as you do.
I do, because I feel blessed that I get to do what I love to do, and if I'm gonna go in there, I'm gonna be the best at it. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I don't care what. I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna give it 120% every night.
What about injuries? You've had your fair share.
I've had some injuries. The doctors, they tell me, you should just hang up your boots.
So how many surgeries have you had, or how many injuries have you had?
I've had 5 knee surgeries. Fractured my ankles a couple times. I don't really know if I ever had a concussion.
So, your biggest goal in life in this whole wrestling thing is you want to get into WWE.
2 years ago, my dream did come true. I made it to WrestleMania.
Tell everybody we were on tour in California.
Yeah, I was on tour with Micro Wrestling. And I remember I was late. We was actually traveling in an RV, because that's how we do it over here. We travel in an RV. But I was laying in my bunk, and I woke up, and I had a missed call. So I had a message that said, "Hey, this is WWE. We are looking for little guys for a New Day's entrance at WrestleMania." I'm thinking somebody is ribbing me,
because they know how bad you want to get in there.
Yeah. It don't happen to me.
I'm actually mad that I didn't pull that prank on you. You actually got there to WrestleMania. You left tour.
I did.
I bought you a plane ticket because I wanted to help you with your dream, and you got there.
Yeah.
Did you blow a load like when you saw Vince McMahon walking around?
Dude, he's very intimidating, man. It was just like I was just on P's and Q's, because John told us, he's like, "Look, man, don't put no pictures. You can't really say that, you just got to do what you're supposed to do."
But it had to be hard. This is your dream as a little boy.
It was,
wrestling
man.
through, and then one of the biggest wrestling icons of all time is there, and they don't even want you to go say hello and take pictures with them.
No, you couldn't. But I think one of the reasons I didn't say anything is because I was just there to do that job, you know, and if they wanted me back, then, you know, then they'll call me back. That's how I looked at it. I didn't want to.
You didn't want to mark out.
I didn't want to mark out, and I didn't want to do anything that's going to make WWE not ever call me again.
You would leave me for Vince in a second.
It's my dream, you know. But I don't know. Like, I think me and you would still be cool though.
Oh, without a doubt, I would help you in any way to get there.
But I do believe that this company we're in now is the WWE of little.
And and you know what? We were only touching the surface of where we're going to go with this. But the thing is, like, how does it make you feel to know that they don't take you guys seriously in the WWE?
It hurts, you know, because when I was there, I talked to John. I was like, hey, man, dude, what do I got to do? I'll go to NXT. Like, just let me know what I got to do. And he was like, brother, tell you the truth, you'll be wasting your time because you're not what we're looking for right now. I mean, think about it, dude. They had El Torito, one of the greatest little midget, whatever wrestlers there is. I mean, whether he's short, tall, it doesn't matter. This guy, you know, is the GOAT, I believe, of micro or little people wrestling, whatever you want to call it, because he could just do the stuff that he does is just unbelievable. And they wouldn't
let him showcase his talent.
They wouldn't let him. My thing is, I don't think they wanted him to outshine some of their guys.
Well, remember we were just talking in the RV the other day, and he had said when he was up there that Kane was amazed at the things he could do and didn't understand why he wasn't working there. And Torito said that whenever he did his best moves on their tall guys, that they went to commercial or they darked it out, right?
Yeah.
Which is crazy because that guy's just amazing.
He's amazing.
And it's great to have him here because it just ups your game even more. So the passion for this wrestling, you and your brother grew up doing this together.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you've never been separated from this other than injuries, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But your brother definitely does not enjoy wrestling in the same capacity as you.
Well, I think he's in more pain than I am.
I think though, even taking the injuries aside, he still just doesn't have.
Oh, the passion or love. No.
He don't have the love for this. Like, he's going to go out there and he's going to do his job the greatest. But when the show's over and it's done, if I don't ask anything of him, he's, you know, he don't really care. How did you find your way to my
how
company?
I found my way with you is I was actually with Skyler, which is Extreme Midget Wrestling, and me and my brother was over there. Skyler was bringing in this rookie. Me and Skyler getting into it because he was going to pay me, you know, because I'm like one of the main guys and I'm out there all the time. Jamie or Baby Jesus, you know, he's not on the road all the time like I am. Me, I am. But still, though, I felt like if Skyler was going to bring in this rookie and pay him and pay the rookie and not pay my brother, then I'm like, that's just a slap in my face, you know?
Well, it's ridiculous. The whole thing over your brother was for like $25.
Yeah. After I left Skyler, man, I went to do, me and my brother, we went and did this haunted house thing in October. And I remember I messaged you in October and I sent you the video.
It was like 2016.
Yeah, I sent you the video. I said, hey, this is what we can do, you know? And I sent you the video.
Remember, I wasn't even going to bring you over because I was trying to stay loyal to Harley's guys.
Yeah.
And it was like in December.
Yeah, and you was like, you said, well, whenever I get an opening, no doubt I'll bring you over. And I was like, okay. You told me, you was like, hey, can you wrestle Pinky? And I was like, I can try. And I showed you what I could do that night. And I think since that night, you was like, I could really put just about anybody in here, and this kid will have a decent match with him.
Oh, without a doubt, there's no, like, you are definitely the MVP of Micro Wrestling Federation. Like, I already know that I could put anybody in there with you any night, and it's you'll have the best match. Like, and it was great because you came over here and then you brought over your brother, you brought over Eddie, you brought over King. They were guys who didn't think of the party first. The wrestling was first, and even if they partied, it might have been a distant second. I tell you, the one thing with you, man, is the belly to belly. It's probably got to be one of the most incredible things you and your brother do together. Like, Kurt Angle would be proud. Right? It's amazing. I remember I told you guys, man, I said, you guys give me 2 years of your life, man, and you won't regret it. And here we are, 3 years later, 4 years later?
2020, man.
Yeah, you came in December of 2016, and here we are, you know, we got our own building in Pigeon Forge, got our own internet show going. We're just
Got merch coming up.
Yeah, moving right along. So, okay, so let's jump outside the wrestling. So, growing up as a kid, man, did you get picked on?
I did, man.
And I'm sure your dad was tough on it.
Yeah.
He wasn't letting you guys taking an ass whooping from nobody.
No.
Or bowing down or anything like that.
No, I mean, you know, like I've said this before and I'll say it again. My dad taught me life is going to be hard. It ain't going to be easy. The world ain't just going to say, oh, you're small, here you go, and just hand it to you. No, you got to work your ass off. When it comes to school, I wasn't smart.
But even if there wasn't wrestling, you're going to succeed. That's the kind of guy you are. So we went to the mall the other day.
Yeah.
And you had difficulty finding sneakers.
It is, man. It's so hard to find sneakers.
So what's the problem with your feet? Tell us.
So they're flat-footed. I remember when I was little, my mom would say, you got duck feet.
But the problem was your foot was too short but really wide.
Yeah, I got wide feet.
So it's difficult. So you have difficulty finding shoes.
I do.
And it's a disappointment, man. Like we went there.
I know, man. I see some nice
everybody
shoes.
Just got paid. It was a good week. He did 4 shows in Pigeon Forge. Then he did 4 shows on the road. Then he had 4 more come up in Pigeon Forge.
Yeah.
We just wanted to go to the mall and spend some money, and everyone's excited, and nothing fit you.
I found these shoes, man. It was only like $60. I was like, I can get them, you know. And they just didn't fit.
Is it hard finding clothes?
Actually, not really. I can find clothes pretty good. I mean, I wear a lot of shorts, but like, so I mainly get my pants from Buckle, because at Buckle, they'll hem them up and everything right there for free.
The midget word, what does that mean to you?
To me, it's just a word. The word midget doesn't bother me.
Because your dad used it a lot.
I mean, yeah.
Right, you guys grew up with it in your family.
I mean, yeah, my dad would call me a fucking midget. He's like, yeah, you fucking midget.
So what do you think of like the LPA who thinks that you're being exploited, and what do you say to all that?
So to that, I was like, look, I don't think I'm being exploited. I think I'm getting a chance to live out a dream. You know, I'm getting the opportunity. I'm getting my name out there. And they might not like what I'm about to say right now, but I also think that there are a bunch of people who think the world owes them something because they're small.
Who's your favorite wrestlers? Who's inspired you?
Well, when I was growing up, it was Bill Goldberg, man. I had like a big picture of him, like right when I went in, and I had a little bitty room anyway, but it was like right there above my TV, man. He was like this. The AJ Styles is probably right now, I think, one of the best. Randy Orton, you can't go wrong with him. I wasn't really never a fan of The Undertaker. Like, I watched him, but like as a guy that just like was a fan of him, I wasn't. But until I watched his documentary, I was like, wow, like he was somebody in the back that people can go and talk to, and that's kind of what like I want to do here. You know, like when I train the guys, I know I'm hard on a lot of the guys. Flying Ryan, I know I'm especially hard on that guy. I think that's only because I see a lot of improvement that he can be. You know, I think that Ryan could probably be the future. I'm doing just like my dad did to me, man. Man, we'd have probably one of the best matches there was, right? We come out, we'd ask Dad, hey Dad, what do you think? It was good, but you could have did this to make this better and this to make that better. Kind of like what you do all the time.
You guys already know you're fucking great. Maybe you do need to hear a little bit, but man, it's being able to take the constructive criticism, the little things, because like in my mind, the difference between good and great is the attention to detail. Focus in and get that attention to detail. Running your spots, you know, everything's got to be clicking, man. It's got to be, you know what I mean? Yeah, the timing. Everything is about timing, man, you know?
I don't know what progressive or whatever that word is, a lot more over here because I never talked on the mic at all. Like I let my actions do my talking.
You didn't have a choice here. Why was that?
I mean, the first couple, I think the first year I don't think I talked on the mic, and then you was like, look, man, you can wrestle. Let's see if you can talk. I'm like,
you know me, man.
I don't know what to say.
Well, it's funny because you tell every guy when they come over here, if you want to get on Jack's good side, you got to talk on the mic.
Well, that's true. I ain't lied.
And it was great because every one of you guys, man, were able, and I didn't really have to tell you what to say because you guys knew what I wanted, and then you guys, I mean, like Eddie had something new to say every night. Like I never even had to check with him, man. He would get out there and he would amaze me. And the same thing with you. You guys would take it upon yourselves to go and work on it, man,
Yeah.
because it's important, man. People want to hear you guys talk shit, man.
Yeah, I like I said, I never thought the talking was that important, but
Oh,
it
it's
is.
huge. Your hobbies, what do you do on your day off? You
I
know
love
what
the
mean?
movies, man.
You're a movie guy. No matter when we're on the road, if there's a day off,
It
I
just-
know
it
I
just
can
comes
find
to me, you
I can
know?
find you at the theater, man. You're always going to the theater,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Give us a line from Friday.
Every time I come in the kitchen, you in the kitchen, in the goddamn refrigerator, eating up all the food, all the chicken, all the hog maw, all the collard green. I want some of them chitlins. I like pig feet. Now last night, didn't I tell you to take out the trash? Yeah. So why don't you do it? I fell asleep. I wish you sleep right now. I'll knock you upside the head, make you take out that trash.
You like the superhero stuff. You're totally into that.
Yeah, I like Marvel stuff. Like I watched all the Marvel stuff.
What about the wrestler, Mickey Rourke? What'd you think about that?
I liked it, you know.
pretty good, right?
It was pretty good. I know a lot, you know. Actually, I was wrestling and doing a little bit of independent scenes then, and I know a lot of guys that like.
You got mad because
you
of
know,
the
because
kayfabe deal, right?
Yeah.
So explain what kayfabe is to people who don't know what kayfabe
So
is.
kayfabe mean like the secrets of wrestling. You wouldn't see a baby and a heel together. And when I say baby and a heel, I mean a good guy and a bad guy. Probably one of the worst matches I've ever been in was this strap match, a lumberjack strap match, fans strap match. And what that means is, if you're a fan and you got a belt on, you can come. You can be around the ring as a lumberjack. And if somebody falls out of the ring, you can whoop that person's ass with your belt as hard as you can.
I didn't know that.
Somebody tells my brother to drop kick me out the ring. You ever watch a movie where the piranhas and you put like a piece of meat in there and it's like, I was that piece of meat and they was the piranhas. I was doing, like at first I was doing this and they was just getting my arm, and thank God I had a mask on, man, because I was balling.
So what do you think you'd be doing if there was no micro wrestling?
I would want to try to get into movies, you know, acting. I mean, I think I'm a good actor. I mean, heck, I act like I like you every day.
What about Pigeon Forge?
This year has been pretty good, you know. Like, I'm very surprised that we're getting the people that were coming in, which is awesome, you know.
We're like really one of the only companies even able to work during the COVID because we have our own building.
You know, and everybody that we met has been super nice to us. You know, everybody is
The town, they've embraced us.
yeah.
It's unbelievable the athleticism that you, how athletic you are, as well as you can actually dance for a husky kid, man.
I got the moves.
You
a little
do,
bit.
man. Like it's funny, man. You know what I mean? It's
Well, guys, this is Little Show, the Redneck Brawler. Thank you guys. Out.
cool.